The Giants got this one right. I just was considering them pigeonholing a GM with Joe Judge, and what kind of coaching staff were you going to be able to hire at that point? A lame duck coach. This is the exact move the Giants needed to make. I know it shows a little dysfunction firing someone every 2 years, but you got to keep firing guys and hiring guys until you get this thing right. And we'll see where it goes. But definitely, John Mara, Steve Tisch made the right decision here for sure.
Well, I mean, the Giants got this one right is like saying, you struck out with the bases loaded, but you got back to the dugout without tripping. Um, the
Mm,
Giants have gotten everything wrong for so long. They
yep,
hired Joe Judge. John Mara hired him. John Mara hired Dave Gettleman. Look, the reason Joe Judge is not here, I think, front and center, is because he had a terrible roster put together by Dave Gettleman. I mean, that's just the facts. He had a very
that's
bad
fair.
team. He had a
Hmm.
very bad team. But having said that, things deteriorated so badly that it was an untenable situation. We were talking about this the last few weeks. Is that people kept asking me, "Is Joe Judge coming back?" And I said, the last couple of weeks, I said, I don't see how he comes back. There's no compelling reason to bring him back, and it just the whole GM coach. What are
Yeah.
you going to do? We were
You,
talking that if you bring in a GM, right, and interview him, the GM's in the back of his mind is thinking, these guys I think want Joe Judge to stay. So if I'm honest with them and tell them I don't want them, the next candidate they have on Zoom might say, "Yeah, I'll work with Joe Judge. I'll work with him for a year, and then I'll fire him if I have to."
listen, there's a lot of unknowns with Daniel Jones, but everything's on the table, and it really is with this new staff, new GM. You can see a lot of veteran players being released, starting over from scratch. I mean, even players we probably like in some regards, but I think you'll just see a whole fresh start. This team's nowhere close to winning the whole thing, right? So it's not a win now situation. But I think the Giants fan base should be excited, right? We obviously there's a lot to be seen going down the road, but right, the John Mara got this right. John Mara and Steve Tisch got this right, and hopefully they make a good hire.